The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. And why does it stay on the plain? Because it's in Spain. Quote from the fantastic movie all those years ago of My Fair Lady. A warm welcome, Saturday the 19th of March 2022. Yesterday it was raining here, cats and dogs, and if you want to see what the rain is like in Asia, then take a look at this. The levels along the Yangtze are today, on Saturday the 19th of March 2022, very early, silly o'clock in the morning, look like this. Kutan, Chongqing is 166.03, that's gone up because of the rain, and the Three Gorges is no change from yesterday at 165, 166, 165.15. Inflow is 6,200, outflow is 8,000 something. Again, my glasses, maybe, I don't know, just can't wake up. Why have I quoted the sluice gates, the floodgates need to open? Because the water levels are too high and it's coming to the rainy season. Even though there is rain in China right now, it's meant to be at 145, and I can't work out mathematically that if they're not going to open up the sluice gates, how are they going to lose 20 meters of water to the safe level before the serious rain starts? We look at the weather forecast near enough every single day, and we see that it's just rain. And we'll show the forecast a little bit later on today, so stay tuned for that bit. So they need to open the sluice gates that can reduce the water level dramatically. They could lose 5 meters a day. Now, the consequences would be that there would be some floods in the lower reaches of the Yangtze. It would be that Yingchang's water level would go up. How much water would they need to release on the sluice gates? How many sluice gates should they open in order to complete this? Maybe they are, and it hasn't worked. Maybe the sluice gates aren't working. Maybe the cranes aren't working. There's something definitely wrong. Over the last 3 or 4 months with the inflow and the outflow, it's meant to be much lower than this. Is a time when it's not meant to produce much electricity. Before the Olympic Games, before the invasion of the Ukraine, we were saying, well, maybe they're storing it for the Olympic Games, because most of the electricity does go to the east coast of China. It doesn't really go to Chongqing or Wuhan, central or southwest China. It all gets generated and pushed to Shanghai, for example. So that's why they need to open, but the consequence would be that I could imagine that there would be some higher water levels, possibly some floods, and it would need to be a controlled experiment, and it needs to be done well now. And we need the webcams on Three Gorges Corporation Management. If you could turn them on, it would be really nice so we could see what's happening. Transparency is not the best in China. Transparency of numbers is not the best in China, but we would like it to, so we can see what's happening. There's no need to keep secrets on some stuff which is not sensitive, unless it is, and we will have to be Sherlock Holmes to work it all out, because the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. A question from one of my viewers. Hi Cheryl, thank you so much for spending the time to comment. The water is full of silt. Why? Big question mark. Well, I'm going to leave you with this article from Wikipedia. Now, Wikipedia, again, is not the best encyclopedia online, but it is free and sometimes it is pretty good. So I'll leave you with a couple of moments, put it on pause, and then Cheryl, you can read this and then you can understand the silt. Basically, it's because of the landslides, the erosion, the mud either side. It's the chemical reaction between water, mud, algae, fish, trash, pollution, etc. The list goes on. And another question from this person, Barton James, could you talk how huge the Yangtze Basin is, etc. And I got this one from a better encyclopedia called Britannica, possibly the best in the world. The answer is, how huge it is, 698,265 square miles. The basin extending some 2,000 miles, 3,200 kilometers from west to east for more than 600 miles, 1,000 kilometers from north to south, drains the area of, as we mentioned before, as of February the 3rd, 2022. Now, let's hop into the weather right now. Okie dokie, so the weather looks like this, hand by the Three Gorges. This is from today up to the next following days, up to next week. And at first, we've seen one heavy shower gone, but here's another one coming already on Sunday, Saturday, and tomorrow basically, and it's going to last until Monday. Still there on Monday, and it's still going to be there on Tuesday. The rain is not very high. This is per hour what you can see in millimeters. So 10 millimeters is 1 centimeter, 2.5 centimeters equals 1 inch if you're good at maths. But towards the end of this, it comes to basically a dry part. So that good old rain. What to expect in 2022? Well, I can predict it's going to be the same as 2019, 2018, 2017, 2002, that the rain will be coming to China, and as the situation with global warming, pollution, etc. gets worse, Mother Nature does get rather angry and will be relenting her force on the Yellow River, the Yangtze River, the Pearl River, the Han River, near enough any river in China. It's just an awful time, not necessarily in the big cities, but I would say more in the countryside. And time again, we've seen videos like this, for example, of just what the rain can do. We showed yesterday a picture of a diagram from the Chinese government, what they're doing related to sponge cities, what they're going to do about the drainage. But the saturation, if it's wet already, where is the rain going to go? It can't go down, and as Yaz and the plastic population way back in 1988 said, the only way would be up, hence the floods will come. It's a great shame. The solution? Well, better infrastructure, or a higher quality infrastructure. Another solution, get rid of a lot of the aging dams, including the Three Gorges Dam, and build a lot of smaller dams along there, which would be environmentally friendly. So fish could run, the river could run naturally, there'd be less erosion, there'd be less silt, there'd be less everything, and you would have more electricity. Point after point. Have a look at some of these images that I'm going to show you, or have been showing you, related to what's going to happen in 2022. Is the Three Gorges Dam going to collapse this year? Well, it is a possibility if the rains are like 2020 and so much pressure on the Three Gorges and the domino effect that we could have from the 12 big dams above Chongqing, thousands of kilometers away or thousands of kilometers away, then it is. There's always a possibility, but the same possibility of any dam in the world. We can't control nature. We don't know what the forecast is going to be like in the summer. We can only predict, we can prepare, we can take precautions. China doesn't really do this. They're more concerned with other things at the moment, or other things in general, but they will show videos of the rescue workers, but they won't show so many videos of the actual floods which will come. The videos that we will see in the coming months will basically be citizens on their mobile phone taking a video and posting it on social media like Weibo. It's a little bit like Twitter. Now, these kind of internet companies or apps, they do compress. So if their phone is not, or their video is not in 4K, it's going to look pretty naff if they shoot it in 720 and it's compressed to below that. Then you get all the blurry images. That's why they're not so super clear in many cases. I think that's it for today. I have blasted and waffled on long enough. Thank you for your time. And the quote for today, don't remember, the rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. Thank you. I've forgotten the name. Miss Doolittle. Bye-bye. Be good, be well, be safe. Have a happy day. Have a great weekend. Cheerio. Ta-ta.